Hello, day 5 of the mini-series on how to bounce back from adversity to create your abundant life. And I'm really excited. I'm trying something a little new. Hey, Michelle, great to see you. I can see that you're on here. And I'm trying to be live today because I realized some people had some issues getting on the previous lives. But let me recap. Day 1, we went through how do you get how to get unstuck from a rut to be able to move forward. Day 2, how do you overcome the fear of failing? Day 3, I went through how to bounce back from the adversity to create your abundant life, shifting from surviving to thriving. And yesterday, day 4, I went through how do you overcome the lack of energy to go for your goals. And today I'm going to talk to you about setting those coordinates and really setting yourself up to win. Hi, if you're popping on, as you pop on, make sure you just physically put in a heart, say hello, let me know that you're here so that I can connect with you. I am super pumped to share with you some really cool experiences today and ideas to be able to help you move forward to bring your dreams to life. Whether you have a big, scary, audacious goal that is going to up-level you to the next experience in your life. I can see that I've got a little bit of a loop happening here that's distracting. So, and you want to know, how do you get to that next level? Because what you have been doing has worked for you so far, but you keep hitting walls to be able to move forward. Maybe you've got a new level of struggle, new level of self-doubt. And sometimes that can be really, hey, Michelle, sometimes that can be really disconcerting, can't it? Like if you've had success before in an area and then all of a sudden it's not working for you, it can really rattle the cage a little bit. And so I just wanted to really touch base with you, whether you've wanting to up level, and maybe it's to build your business now online to 6 figures, or maybe it's to 7 figures, right? And what you did for 6 figures, building that roadmap to get there, is going to be a different mindset roadmap, as well as strategies to get you to 7 figures. Or maybe it's like you want to get your health back on track, and you want to, maybe in the past you've had really good health and good fitness, and maybe you've had a baby or you've had an experience that you kind of had a lot of stress in your life and you kind of put on the extra weight, especially around the belly. That's pretty typical because when you're under stress with the cortisol elevated constantly in your body and those stress hormones, your body was not going to release those the extra body fat. So maybe what you need to do is have a different approach, an alternative approach, in order to achieve that goal, bring that dream to life for you. Or maybe there's a relationship goal for you that maybe, just like a client of mine the other day, she said, Katie, I've been in a relationship with my partner for 21 years. And, I know I love him, but I've realized I can't rescue him, I can't save him, and I'm not meant to be responsible. And then that call, she said, I realized that I've been mothering him since day 1. And that was a big aha for her. And, in the process of doing that, she had really put her dreams to the side. Even though she wanted them, she was struggling for them, but there's always this inner conflict in the relationship. And she said to me, how do we go for these goals if we're in a relationship, or in a business? This is related to that as well, or whether you're working for someone else. How do I go for my goals when the other person isn't in alignment with that vision? That's a really great question, and I'm going to address that a little bit here today. But I'm also going to really connect with you about setting those coordinates for your dreams, to bring them create a roadmap so that you can bring them to life. Is that something cool and exciting? Would you like to hear about that? Give me a yes, yes. Say hello to me on the when you pop on in. If you're watching the live, hey, Michelle, if you're watching the live, just pop on in and just say where you're from, or say good morning. Let me know that you're here. And let me know, what is your delicious, juicy soul goal that you want to bring to life? And I'm more than happy to even do a little bit of coaching live, just to play ball with you here, right? This is a really fun platform that I get to have the opportunity to connect with you, and you get to see a little bit more involved. And excellent, I got a yes from Michelle. Thank you for that. And if you really truly want to bring your dreams to life, this is an opportunity that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to invite you after today to another free series, but this time it's closed group. I'm going to be doing a challenge, a 5-day challenge for my Design Your Life, Live Your Dreams program, and it will give you the framework to take the roadmap that I'm going to give you some insight today. It will take that roadmap into a step-by-step approach, how I've helped hundreds of women, to be able to bring their dreams to life, overcome the self-sabotage, the self-doubt, and even the self-sacrifice of building, putting the dreams to a side while building other people's dreams. And it is possible to be able to even put your family first, as well as having your dreams come to life as well. And I want to just give you that little bit of insight so that you can connect with that. So thank you for showing up live. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you put down #replay into the chat box, and I will connect with you after the call. So here's what I wanted to invite you to consider. A couple of things. Would you drive across the country on an adventure without a roadmap? Or without having some sort of system of really connecting with how to get from one side to the other? Now, I know that if you're in the US or Europe, you would be having so many alternative routes, routes, however you're saying it, that you would definitely need to have a roadmap. Now, in Australia, if you went from one coast to the other, you could kind of get by because there's only the Nullarbor, really. However, even on that note, if you don't have a roadmap and have an understanding of when you need to be able to refuel your vehicle so you don't run out of fuel and get stranded, you need to be able to have some indicators that let you know, maybe even of the weather reports and the road situations, and when to turn off and when to stop, when to go faster. All this information is really highly valuable, right? It's the roadmap and travel. Now, we get that when it comes to setting some coordinates and destination when it comes to traveling. Same with if we were to jump in an aeroplane, we have the blessing. My brother is a wonderful pilot for Virgin, so this is pretty cool. I get some to hear it from the pilot side as well. But as a passenger, we get the blessing to sit back, kick back, and just go for the ride. We buy the ticket. We say we're going to go from Sydney to Los Angeles, and then we have that expectation, don't we? We're not, unless something really drastic happens and we get rerouted because of, maybe a weather circumstance or maybe a failure in an aeroplane. And I've had that in Europe, had to divert because an engine failed. But if you have a goal to go from Sydney to Los Angeles, you have an expectation that you're going to get there. However, as the pilot driving that vehicle or flying that vehicle, that it's never a straight line. And there's always an intention of the coordinates, but then there's always this tapping into the information of the system to be able to pay attention to what else is going on, to be able to adapt and zigzag if they have to, or take some, or going around, for example, a storm cell in order to get to that destination. So I watch so many women beat themselves up, waste their energy, even quit on their dreams or push them to the side, or they take it out on themselves being self-critical about they're not being good enough, or they just don't know how to do it because they're simply not connecting to the roadmap internally that is going to be able to help them really move forward and trust their direction to be able to bring their dreams to life. And one of the things that I really love to do inside the Design Your Life, Live Your Dreams program in the challenge is that I help you really connect to that internal GPS, that you listen to your soul again, not only to be able to have a witness to be able to conceive your dream. If you don't have a dream yet, that's okay, because we'll help you really reconnect with one. I know that your soul has one. You're here. You're destined for one. That's why you're here. And sometimes we've pushed them aside for so long that we kind of get a bit of brain fog, disconnect from those dreams, right? Excuse me, I'm so itchy. Every time I put a little bit of foundation on, I get so itchy. So, but if you're, or even if you've got a big dream and you want to connect that, and you want to be able to work out, okay, I've got the skills to get me to this level, but I haven't really got to this level. And then you want to be able to shift those coordinates to that. You need to be able to up-level the experience for that. Or it might be, and I know this has happened for me, I've always had a lot of, it might be that, have you had a lot of success in your life, or in an area of your life, and you feel confident in one area, but then maybe you've had some sort of trauma or some sort of adversity in your life that has really shaken your confidence in your ability and your skill set and your capacity to move forward. Maybe it's really taken a hit to your self-esteem. Now, I want to just share with this, it's actually a good thing. What? It's actually a good thing. It's as uncomfortable as it is. It means that you're going to have a breakthrough, to be able to, if you're willing to stick with it, to get on the other side of that, to be able to, by letting go of all the old parts of yourself that were masked up and really not authentic to your goals and moving forward. And when we're uncertain of our future, and we're uncertain of who we are, and uncertain of all these abilities and capacities, we can choose to do one of two things. We can choose to go contract and really feel less of ourselves and beat ourselves up, which is a fairly typical pattern, right? Or we can use it as an opportunity to ask better quality questions and say, look, what else is possible? What else, what part of me is coming through? What can I connect with that is going to allow me to really bring this dream to life? What parts of me, or what behaviors or thought patterns am I willing to let go of in order to move forward? And so really helping you understand the anatomy of a dream, and then taking you through these toxic patterns that keep us stuck in these sabotage, and really not being aware of where we're at the beginning of the roadmap, right? We have to accept where we're at in the moment in order to be able to go, okay, this is where I am on the map. Now I've got the coordinates, I can get here. But until we know where we are and accept that, and sometimes, almost all the time, we need to be able to acknowledge some grief or loss that we need to let go of, and to be able to resolve and come into a place of acceptance with. And that could be the loss of a relationship. Maybe it doesn't have to be a death of somebody. It could be the death of a relationship, the end of the relationship, or it might be the same relationship, but the end of it the way it used to be. So it's having to transform in order for you both to move forward together. Or it might be an accident or a health issue that has, all of a sudden, you've got the loss of your vital capacity. And so that can really impact you, right? Or it could be a business or a job. It could be some sort of aspect that it's no longer available to you in the same way that it was. And so now it is going to, you've got to figure out a way forward to move forward from that. So the Design Your Life, Live Your Dreams Challenge is all about helping you becoming a manifesting queen so that you can design your life consciously and for a healthier, wealthier, happier version of your life at the next level. And in order to do that, you need to be able to let go of some of those things that have been keeping you stuck, that are limiting your mind, and your when you have thought limitations, is energy blocks in your body that will manifest in certain ways that just literally keep you stuck. So in order to move forward with that, I'll take you through a process that is my unique proven process 100% every single time. When the ladies go through this, they have this able to birth their dreams and bring them to life. So if this is really exciting for you and something that you want to connect with, yes, then join us for this live challenge, because I'm going to be live with you in a Zoom room capacity, working with you, teaching you the content, encouraging you to go for a challenge. But in the meantime, I'm also going to work with you collectively and show you and demonstrate how you can quickly eliminate those energy blocks. It's an alternative way of being. You don't have to stay stuck or doing the same thing that you've been doing in the past. And there's wonderful experiences that are evolved through this, but it's something that you've got to experience. It's not, if you have never had it before, it's a different thing. So it literally is an alternative way of being. If you would, I'll drop the link into the, here we go. There's the link to join us. You can jump on board with that. We start in a few days. On Monday the 8th, we're going to be going live, and it's a 5-day challenge, and it's going to be amazing. So join us on that, and I'll see you on the inside.